Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the construction of LR0 parsing table. Very important question this one. So now in the first step what we are going to do, step 1, add augmented grammar. So we need to add augmented grammar. So this is called as augmented grammar. So first we need to add augmented grammar for the given production. So the given productions are S tends to A tends to AA by B. So I am going to add argument grammar. So what is in the argument grammar here? Remember, you see the first production. First production chudale. So my first production is S dash tends to AA. So here augmented grammar is S dash tends to S. For example, suppose your production is E tends to E plus E. So then my augmented grammar is E dash tends to E. So ఈ విధంగా మనము రాసుకోవాలి. This is called as a augmented grammar. So first step, what we need to do, we need to add augmented grammar. So the purpose of this augmented grammar is to the parser, and it is going to indicate to the parser when it should stop the parsing and announce the acceptance of input also. So this is called as augmented grammar. Second one, second production I am going to write. The second production is A tends to AA by B. So this is called as given grammar, and I am going to add augmented grammar. This is called as given production. Now the augmented grammar is S dash S. So this is called as entire production. So first what we need to do, we need to add augmented grammar. This is called as first step. Second step lo what we are going to do, manam second step lo em chestunnamante we are going to find out the closure. Find closure. So what is in the closure? So first you find the value of closure of S dash tends to S. So the closure of this S dash tends to S is after arrow just you write add. So this is called as a closure. Now after dot we have S is there. So what is S in the given production? S is S tends to dot A. Again we have A. What is A in the given production? A dash tends to dot AA by dot B. So this is called as a closure of the given production. So first step what we mentioned, we add augmented grammar S dash tends to S, and second step we mentioned we find out the closure. మనం ఏం చేసాం, సెకండ్ స్టెప్ లో క్లోజర్ ని కనుక్కున్నాం. సో దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ augmented grammar and closure. Now I am going to add step 3. Step 3 లో మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే find the go to and action. So you need to find go to and action. This is called as go to and action. So మనం ఇది చేసేటప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలంటే you take all the values of these values. What are these values? S dash tends to S, sorry, dot S. So next value ఏంటమ్మా, S dash tends to dot AA. What is the next value? A tends to dot AA by dot B. So this is called as we are finding the go to now. If go to ఏ విధంగా కనుక్కోవాలి, remember, if you want to find the go to value, what you have to do now? Remember, very important thing now. So now what I am going to do, I am going to find the go to value of. So if you want to find any go to value, just you see the whatever the values you have after dot. Yes, after dot I have the first value is yes. After dot I have first value is A, tarvata value A, next value B. So like this we can find the go to value. Now what I am going to do, I am going to find the go to value. So here what you can do now, we are going to find out the go to values. So here the go to of S dash tends to S is S tends to S dot. సో ఒక డాట్ అనేది నెక్స్ట్కి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు రిమూవ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు మూవ్ one dot after any value. Suppose you see next value is S tends to AA, then I am going to have A dot A. Remember, after that we have one more production is called as A. So now what I am going to do, I am going to write the A productions in the given problem. So the given problem in the A productions are A tends to dot AA by dot B. So this is called as go to of A. Now what I can do, I can do now go to of small a. So the go to of small a is S tends to, sorry. So the go to of small a, this value is A tends to A dot A. Again, what is A in the given production? The given production is A tends to dot AA by dot B. So remember, this is called as go to action of A. తర్వాత ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, we are finding the go to action of B. So I'm finding the go to action of B. What is going to do now? So now it is going to happen that we are going to move one move. So this is called as A tends to B dash. So the given problem is A tends to this dot B. So what is the move? That is the A tends to B dot. So this is called as go to. Now you see here we have after dot we have one more production is called as A. Now I am going to find the go to of A. So the answer is S tends to AA dot. There are no more values after dot. Hence we are going to close this one. Now what I am going to do, I am going to find the value of this small a. So what is the value of small a here? So we are finding the value of again small a. Yes. So the given problem is A tends to dot AA. Now we are finding the value of small a. So when you find the small a, ఇక్కడ ఏమొస్తుందంటే A tends to A dot వస్తుంది. Again, what is A in the given production? That is A tends to dot AA by dot B. So this is our answer. So what I am going to do, so already we have one production with A tends to A dot A here. So I am going to join these two. I am going to join these two because the value of this A tends to dot AA by dot B is this one. So that's why I am going to join these two. So this is called as A value. Now, what is the value of this B? So we have one more production is called as B here. The value of A tends to dot B is A tends to B dot. So now I am going to join this one. This is called as for B. This is for B. Now what I am going to do next? So we finished the this box. Next what I am going to do? A tends to AA. So now this one we have. This is called as capital A. Now we are here. The value of this one is S tends to AA dot. So there are no more productions after dot. So this is called as final state. So final value. Now what I am going to do, you have one more value which is called as dot A here. Again, what is the value of A dot A? That is dot AA. The value of this one is A dot A. So now what I am going to do, I am going to write this is for. So what is the value of A? A nothing but here we are getting again same production. Hence we are taking a self loop here. This is called as A. Now we are here. So the value of this one is B. Now B value is what we are going to do. We are going to take A tends to B dot. So already we have here. Now this is called as B. So this is called as go to function of production, all the productions. సో దీన్ని మనము గో టు వాల్యూ అని అంటాము. దిస్ ఈజ్ వెరీ సింపుల్. జస్ట్ యూ ఫోకస్ ఆన్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ ఇండివిజువల్ స్టెప్, అదర్వైజ్ యూ గెట్ సమ్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్. సో ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది, డోంట్ వరీ. నౌ వాట్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ, వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫైండ్ ద table. So now I am going to find the table value now. So remember, I am going to write the all the values of this values. I am going to take, this is called as I0, this is called as I1, this is called as I2, this is called as, now I am going to take, this is as, so remember these all are called as I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5. So now I am taking, this is as I0, this is called as I1, this is called as I2, this is called as I3, this is called as I4, this is called as, I am going to take, this is as I5, this is as I6. Now what I am going to take, I am going to draw the table. So this table, very, very important table. This one is also very, very important. Now I am taking the table here. So we are drawing the table here. So the table, I am going to write all the values of I values. That is, I values are I0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me write again. So this is I values are here. We have the I values are I, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this is called as, these are called as I values. Now okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to take here action part. So this is called as action part. So the action part is what you have to do. You have to write the all the values that we have, that is A, B, dollar. So very, very important one. Now you are going to write the go to, this is called as A, comma, yes. So remember, this A, S are called as non-terminals. So for non-terminals, you write with the A go to value, and action value write with the terminals. This is called as variables. So terminals values you write with the small a and small b. So I naught on A. So you see I naught, this is called as I naught, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6. I naught on A go to, I naught on small a go to, so this is called as I naught on small a go to I3. So I am taking I3 as shift, this is called as S3. So remember, this is called as a S3 because this is a shift we are doing now. So you are going to write as shift. Now, next value, I naught on B. So this is called as I naught. This box is called as, this box is called as I naught. I naught on B go to I4. So I naught on B go to I4. Hence I am going to write this value as S4. Now what we can write? So this is called as 0 value. So remember, I1 value is having final state, the final value which is called as S dash tends to S dot final. So I am going to say this is called as accept value. So you remember important point here. So the value of this one is accept. Now I am going to say this is called as accept. I1. So because of I1 is having this final value, the augmented grammar. So this is called as I1. I1 of dollar saying is this is called as accept. Now I2 on A go to, you see here I2 on, this is called as I2. I2 on A go to I3. I2 on A go to I3. Hence I can say this is called as S3. So this is called as S3. Now I2 on 4 go to I2 on B. So I2 on B go to I4. Hence I can say this is called as S4. Next I3. I3 on A go to I3 itself. Hence we can say this is also S3. And I3 on B go to I3 on B go to S4. That is I4. I can write this is as S4. So I'm going to write, I'm going to draw the line here. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to find the value of now next value, that is I4, I5, I6. If you see I4, I5, I6, these are all having, you see dot here, dot here, dot here. These are called as final values. Now what we are going to do, we are going to give numbering for the each and every production. So the numbering here we have. So now, yeah, I'm numbering these values. This is first production. This is second production. This is third production. So ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే I4. What is the value of I4? A tends to B dot. So this is a I4 value. Final value is A tends to B dot. So it appears that is the final item. So now what I am going to do? So it is a final item. Now what you have to do? You have to numbering the given entire productions, that is S tends to A tends to AA by. So you see this value is 3. So AA is 2, A to B is 3. Now you write here reduce move because we are in final state in each and every this one I4. That's why I'm going to say this is called as reduce to the all the values. So this is a very, very important point. When you find reduce, you need to write those values in entire action move. Now if you see I5, so I5 value is S tends to AA. So ఇక్కడ S tends to AA dot లో ఫైనల్ మూవ్ ఉంది. సో నా వాట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ, ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తున్నాను అంటే ఇచ్చిన ప్రొడక్షన్స్ కి నెంబరింగ్ చేసుకున్నాను. సో ఇది ఫస్ట్ దానిలోనే ఉంది కాబట్టి ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు రైట్ హియర్ R1, R1, R1. సో దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ అ రెడ్యూస్ మూవ్. ఎప్పుడైతే ఫైనల్ స్టేట్ లో మన డాట్ చివరికి వస్తుందో వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు రైట్ దట్ ప్రొడక్షన్స్ ఇన్ యాక్షన్ పార్ట్. So next what we have I6. I6 is S tends to AA dot. So S tends to AA dot అన్నప్పుడు సో ఇక్కడ ఏమైందంటే మనకి దీంట్లో వచ్చిన ప్రొడక్షన్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో సో ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు హ్యావ్ ఆల్ ద ప్రొడక్షన్స్ ఇన్ ద ఫైనల్ మూవ్. దిస్ డాట్ ఇన్ ద ఎండ్. నౌ వాట్ ఈస్ ద నెంబరింగ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ? దిస్ ఈస్ సారీ, హియర్ we have A tends to AA. Some mistake here. So this is not S tends to AA. This is A tends to AA dot because we are finding here A tends to A dot A. That's why we have A dot A. So now what I am going to do, I am going to see this is a final production. This is a final value. This is having final dot at the end. Now what I am going to do, I am going to write this I6 as third production. So in the given value, this is first one. This is second one. So it appears in the second one. Now I am going to write all the values are in second, like R2. This is R2. This is R2. So ఈ విధంగా మనము యాక్షన్ పార్ట్ చేయాలి. Now you go for the go to. So what is the value of I naught on A? So these are called as go to moves, capital letters S and A. Go to I naught on S, go to I1. So you write here I naught on 1 go to I1. So now I am going to write here 1. I naught on 1 go to S. Next, I naught on capital A. go to I2. I not on. Now you see here, ikkada chudandi. I not on capital S go to I1. That's why we mentioned 1 here. I not on capital A goes to S2. So I not on capital A go to S2. So now I am writing here value is 2. Now I1. In I1 there are no more values, and so you need not write anything. Now I2. I2 of small a, capital A goes to here I5. That's why you write here 5. Next, last value I3. So I3 value of capital A. I3 value of capital A, it goes to I6. Then I am going to write here 6. This is called as a 6. So where we can write this 6? We can write the 6 in place of I3. So this is called as 6. So this is called as a parsing table for LR0. So strictly remember that very, very important points what we have. First point is you find the augmented grammar. First augmented grammar ni kanukovali. Augmented grammar kanukuన్న తర్వాత క్లోజర్ కనుక్కోవాలి. ఆగ్మెంటెడ్ గ్రామర్ అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇచ్చిన గ్రామర్ ఏదైతే ఉందో ఎస్ టెన్స్ టు ఏ ని జస్ట్ యూ యాడ్ ఎస్ డాష్ టెన్స్ టు ఎస్. సో సపోజ్ ద గివెన్ గ్రామర్ ఈస్ ఈ టెన్స్ టు ఈ ప్లస్ ఈ, then augmented grammar is e dash tends to e. So like that you see the first production. ఫస్ట్ ప్రొడక్షన్ చూసి మనము దాన్ని ముందుకు వెళ్ళాల్సి ఉంటుంది. సో ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ ఆగ్మెంటెడ్ గ్రామర్ కనుక్కొని ఇచ్చిన దానికి యాడ్ చేశారు. క్లోజర్ కనుక్కున్నారు. క్లోజర్ కనుక్కున్నప్పుడు కూడా ఫస్ట్ ఎస్ టెన్స్ టు డాట్ ఎస్ ఉంది కదా, మళ్ళీ ఎస్ అంటే ఏంటి గివెన్ దాంట్లో ఎస్ టెన్స్ టు ఏఏ, అగైన్ ఎస్ టెన్స్ టు ఏఏ బై బి, జస్ట్ వి యాడ్ డాట్. సో we find go to and action, we find the, this is called as last one what we have, that is a go to and action. So this is called as LR0 parsing table. This is called as LR0 parsing table. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you one and all.